Hey everyone, we are continuing our coverage of PAX Unplugged 2018 on the third day here at the Monte Cook booth. I'm here with Darcy. How is the con going, Darcy?
Oh my goodness, it's fantastic. Great people here, so many games. My voice is going from all the talking, so it's been good.
I'm amazed at your enthusiasm level here at the third day. I'm personally still enthusiastic, but definitely with the side of loopy. How are you holding together?
I'm always loopy, that's my secret, and also always this enthusiastic, and I get to talk about my favorite games in the whole world, so it's easy, yeah.
Well, some people may know you as the publishers of Numenara, but what is really the excitement that you're bringing to the con this year?
Ooh, excellent. We actually have two kind of excitements. So we have Numenara has a recently released dual core book set that we'll show you, but the thing that keeps catching everybody's eyes has been this mysterious black cube in front of me.
Yeah, this thing is amazing. Like, I've seen so many people stop and just be like, what is this tome? What is inside of this mysterious box?
It is Invisible Sun. It is the game unit of Invisible Sun. Can I tell you a little bit about it?
Yes, please. Absolutely. I would be very disappointed if you didn't.
Excellent. So Invisible Sun is a game of surreal fantasy of secrets and magic. It's a tabletop role-playing game. You tell stories together, you play with a group. But there's a lot that sets it apart. So without getting into all the details, the whole game comes in this giant black cube. It comes with many game components, everything a whole group needs to play, a GM, players. And you play basically magical nerds who have hidden away from the land of magic and surreality in our world, the world of expo halls and day jobs and taxes. This world is shadow, and it is a lie, all right? The real world has magic, has secrets ready to be taken, and has lots of things for you to go and do. And so you play magic users who have stepped out of shadow, our world, and back into their homes and their neighborhoods and all the strange things they get up to in this world called the actuality. So you all play magic users. There's many different kinds of magic, all sorts of tactile, wonderful experiences with cards, emotive gameplay you can play away from the table for like one-on-one and a couple side scenes. Oh my gosh, there's so much to love here.
It really looks incredible, and it sounds like a fantastic system, and it sounds like there's a lot of room for versatile storytelling. But as far as approachability, would you say that this is something that could be someone's first RPG, or is this a little bit more advanced than that?
That's a really good question. I think it would be a great second RPG. I think you definitely, there's so much guidance in here, and there's been so much work put into making it easy to run, to really making it go smoothly, to have handouts, to have a lot of player-facing material, so you're not flipping through books. As a GM, I run a lot. It's so easy to GM. A lot is player-facing and accessible, but I still think that it has a lot of weirdness going on. So I think it's a great second game to GM, and for people who have been tired, and I think it's a great game to freshen up the RPG experience if you've been playing a lot of RPGs or a lot of the same few systems, and if you really want to change it up, my God, there's so much fun, new, innovative, weird, delightful things to find fun in here.
I know we can't spend all the time in the world talking about every single mechanic in here, but if there's one core game mechanic that you just adore about this game, yes, please.
Okay. Alrighty, so here we have the Sooth deck. It is a game piece that has a role in regular gameplay, but the best part is that this is what you use when you have these side scenes, these development modes. And so whether you're hanging out with your GM, you're hanging out with your player in the coffee shop, texting, or talking on Slack, right? This is all you need to have these side scenes. So and there's a free app as well, so you don't even need the card deck, right? Anywhere you are, if your thief wants to go on a heist and have this solo focused mission, this is this is all you need to play, right? Is really the free app. So you're a magic user, all right? You have heard that this magistrate who really has made you angry has something really cool in his basement. What might it be?
Oh, well, I think hiding in his basement, he's got some sort of dark tome, perhaps a giant box that's about 12 by 12 by 12, full of all sorts of secrets and embroidered with red arcane lettering.
Perfect. So you're going to pull a heist, right? So we would go back and forth. We talk about your character, what general assets you have. How are you going to get in? How are you not going to get caught? How are you going to get past the enormous floating skull that guards his doorway, right? And so we'd sort of set up the heist, right? And then we would, how does the plan hit the road, right? We would pull a card. Would you like to pull a card?
I would.
seal your fate. Oh, goodness. Banished Serpent is the card we drew. So it's got a number on it from 0 to 9. So if you just want a quick, like, hey, did you do good or not so good, you can key off of that. But the best part is that each of these cards has like a tarot-like divination meaning. So Banished Serpent, the app will tell you, but can I pull out the meaning really quick?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. So Banished Serpent has the meanings of balance, exile, and punishment. Now, if we'd been talking through the situation, we might have a clear idea of what that means. But if you don't, there's some like easy access, just here are some ideas you could throw in there. So I'm thinking you snuck down there, and there is what you find down there is not only this strange 12 by 12 by 12 black cube, but also someone who has been, you find a captured spirit down there that you have to negotiate around. And so we would talk through, how do you deal with the spirit that's in the way of your heist item? Do you tell someone about it? Are the ethics of holding this spirit captive acceptable to you? And so the cards not only let you quickly vignette through these scenes, but they also add to the narrative. And so when you come back to the game table, your players are going to be so curious about how it was that you got that 12 by 12 by 12 cube. I love this mechanic. I want it in every game I run. I love it so much.
It sounds like a fantastic prompt for all sorts of improv shenanigans. So let's actually talk about just the classic really quick.
Yeah.
What's going on with this new edition of Numenera? What's this all about?
Excellent. So it is, so the game had been out for about 5 years. It's still a great game. We have not fundamentally changed the rule set, but we've done some tweaking of, giving some of the types. So in Numenera, it's Earth a billion years in the future, science, fantasy, wonderful things to go out and discover about technology of the past that is so advanced as to seem like magic, right? And so that game is still really about that. We've tweaked some of the types, and it basically just gives you more options. It doesn't, you can have people playing with the existing material and the new material at the same table. So lots more options, tons of new beautiful art, great stuff there. But we also released a whole second half of the game, a second core book called Numenara Destiny. And Destiny basically says, all right, so you were an explorer in the Ninth World. You found floating obelisks and tiny golden beetles that whisper in forgotten tongues. You found so much cool stuff. What are you going to do with it now? How are you going to take that technology and that wonder and that knowledge and make a better future from it? So there's rules for like crafting and salvaging, right? Taking pieces apart and crafting something totally new. There's rules for long-term play. Seeing a tiny village in the Ninth World grow to a thriving city and protecting it, and working with large groups of people to inspire them and help them fend against the dangers of the Ninth World. It's really beautiful. It introduces 3 new types, tons of foci. It is just a delight. You can all sorts of fun, elegant rules for building a base and vehicles and all sorts of weird Numenera goodness.
That's what I come to Numenera for, is the weird goodness and the incredible artwork. So for everyone at home, where can they find out more about Monte Cook Games?
You want to go to montecookgames.com. We're also on Twitter and our YouTube. You just want Monte Cook Games, and you'll find lots about us and be able to get the new Numenera slipcase set, which costs the same as the 2 core books together, and I love it, so check it out.
That's great to hear. And this is available on the website too, or retailers? Where can people find this?
Great question. It is sold out, which is awesome. People love it. That makes me very happy, also very sad. But we just finished a Kickstarter to reprint the game, and so it is about to be on pre-order. And so if you go to InvisibleSunRPG.com or the Monte Cook Games website, you'll find out how to get on that pre-order list and secure your own mystical contraption here and escape shadow and become the magical nerd that you always knew you were.
Well, everyone at home, thank you so much for watching the Cardboard Herald, and thank you, Darcy, for taking me through your games.
Thank you. Nice heist.
If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcasts, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.